Overflows.
Sex is both an art and science. Sex is essentially the existential bioenergy which is neutral. It can be used creatively as well as destructively. Everything depends on your deep understanding, openness, and willingness to work with. It is both an art and science. Remember, each one of you comes into the world with a specific destiny. It is undefined and unwritten. You have something to fulfill, some message has to deliver, and some work has to be completed. You are not here accidentally. Your very presence here is meaningful. It is only you who can feel. There is a purpose behind you. The whole existence has to do something through you. Therefore, one thing is certain. You have to walk and create life by your walking. Certainly, you will not find a ready-made path that you can call life. It is not so cheap to reach to the ultimate realization of truth, that is life. You will have to create the path by walking yourself. The path is lying there and waiting for you to traverse. It is just like the sky. The birds fly, but they do not leave any footprint. You cannot follow them in any way. There are no footprints left behind. So too, as you walk, you create your path, and then all that is created vanishes as you take another step forward. Journey continues until you have arrived home. In life, instead of lamenting for all that you do not have, start counting on bounties that you are being bestowed each finite moment. Life will become a benediction. As long as you identify with wave, you are against the natural law of existence, and thus communion continues between the awakened one and the seeker in myriad ways. Existential bioenergy that popularly we know as sex is like atomic energy. Once misused, it will disturb life in myriad ways. And when understood properly, this energy makes life rich in many dimensions. Man has used atomic energy for destructive purposes alone. Only a rare one understands that this energy can be used in many creative ways to make life a blessing. People generally do not understand what tantric sex is all about. They are fascinated by the word. Therefore, all the questions are basically about understanding of what tantric sex act is. Ordinarily it is so. If your energy, your kundalini goes up, rises and rushes towards the head, you cannot have an ordinary orgasm. And if you try to have it, you will be in a deep conflict within. because energy is moving upwards and you are forcing it downwards. That is where the problem comes. But the tantric orgasm is not a difficulty. It will be a great help, energy moving up, not contradictory to tantric orgasm. You can relax, and that relaxation with your beloved will help the energy move higher and higher. In the ordinary sex act, it is a difficulty. That is why all those techniques which are not tantric are against sex, because they do not know that what is a valley orgasm, deep passive orgasm is possible. They know only one kind, the ordinary orgasm, and then it becomes a problem for them. For yoga, it is a problem because yoga is trying to force your sex energy upward. Your sex energy moving upward, it is what is called as Kundalini. But those who teach or do Kundalini yoga do not relate the two together. In this sex act, it moves downwards. Yoga will say to be celibate, because if you are doing both yoga and indulging in sex, you are creating chaos in your system. On the one hand, you are trying to pull the energy up, and on the other, you are throwing the energy out, downwards. You are creating chaos within. That is why yoga techniques are against sex. But Tantra is not against sex in any way. The emphasis of Tantra is deep understanding of this energy and its roadmap, how it works. Remember, Tantra has a different type of orgasm, a valley orgasm, which can help. And no chaos, no conflict is created. Instead, it is very deep and it will be helpful. If you are escaping, if you are a man and you are escaping from woman, or if you are a woman escaping from a man, then whatsoever you do, the other remains in your mind and goes on pulling you downwards. This is paradoxical, but this is the fundamental truth. While in deep embrace with your beloved, you can forget the other. This is the secret of tantric sex. You are in embrace, but you have forgotten the other. And this is meditativeness. This is the secret of tantric sex. Only then do you forget the other. A man forgets the woman exists, and the woman forgets that man exists. Only a deep embrace remains. In embrace, in a normal way, the emphasis is on the other, the touch of the body, not flowing into one another, dissolving into one another, not just on embrace, nothing else. Only in a deep embrace, the other is no more. The other man or a woman disappears completely, and what remains there? Only an embrace, an energy. There are not man and woman. Instead, there is a deep oneness, and when the other is no more, your energy can flow easily. Otherwise, the other goes on pulling it down. So you can practice with deep embrace. The two bodies are touching one another. They are in deep embrace, but you are completely unaware that other exists. Then it will be easy for you to move upward. In a tantric embrace, both dissolve into one another. Then instead of man and woman, there is simply oneness, male and female, anima, animus, Shiva and Shakti dissolve into one another, just as look at the car battery. There are two poles. Energy flows from one to the other. So, before the energy begins to flow and complete this circle, there are positive and negative poles. And if there is a problem with the flow of current, then we become aware of the positive and negative poles. And when the energy flows freely, then we forget about the positive and the negative poles. We are simply aware of the current that is flowing and that is ready to propel the car to tumble and move forward. So male and female, anima, animus, Shiva and Shakti dissolve into one another. There is harmony and oneness, just as it happens between the battery poles or between the electric current and the bulb. Bulb is the feminine aspect. It absorbs the energy and has the capacity to transform the electrical energy into light energy. Just as when the spermatozoa flows into a woman, she has the capability to transform spermatozoa into something more creative, and a new body is formed. There is harmony and oneness. So yoga and ordinary techniques try to get you to escape from the other, the opposite sex. You have to escape. You have to be aware, continuously struggling and controlling. But if you are against the other sex, that very againstness is a constant strain and goes on pulling you downwards. Tantra says no strain is needed. Just be relaxed with the other. In that relaxed moment, the other disappears and your energy can flow up. This is a deep understanding. Many people will try to avoid when the topic comes. Sex is both science and art. Only few inquisitive will go into, and those who will go into will understand the deeper aspect of the science of this existential bioenergy. In that relaxed moment, the other disappears and your energy can flow upwards. But it is a flow. It is a flow up only when you are in a valley. Sex is a physical manifestation or expression of existential bioenergy. You cannot see the energy. It is invisible, but certainly you can see its different manifestations as manifestations of bioenergy. Sex is immensely valuable because God has chosen it to be the passage of life.